It is fresh this morning. Bloody cold. Let's have a listen. It feels really heavy and sounds really good. Have a listen to this. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, How to Find Gold. My name is Nick, and I've been chasing the gold feverishly for most of my adult life. Gold is hard to find, and finding gold in its natural state is only a feeling a prospector could know. Follow me on my channel for tips and tricks that'll help you too get on the gold. So grab a cuppa, put your feet up, like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get on with the show. One of the obvious top spots to go check out is obviously the tailings piles. I find some of my best gold has come from these piles. It's usually strewn in amongst all the junk, so you do have to be patient. As you can see, I've started right down the bottom. That's where I seem to find the best gold. But that's not to say that there's not good gold found in the tailings piles as well. Usually it's right on top where they were either washing or dry blowing the gravels to get to the smaller gold. Good place to pick up a couple of bits. Hi everyone. G'day guys, welcome back. Just wanted to show you something I found in the hills here. I haven't found any gold at all today actually, but that's just changed. So I just want to show you something that I found wherever I put it here. Right, okay. I'm going to try and get a good lighting here. Okay, so if you look at this rock here, bring it nice and close, looks pretty average until you turn it around. And there it is. The most thinnest little stringer of gold you've probably ever seen. What a nice little piece, eh? I'm very happy about that, and it's charged me up to go get some more. Anyone who knows prospecting knows what that's like. This is 6 hours in the making, so let's see if we can get a few more before it gets too dark out here. Alright guys, we're back. Got a funny little sound here. And it's, if you have a look around, it's sort of, this is the host rock the miners used to play with. So let's have a look to see if that's anything. Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed. Okay. Oh, looks good to me. That's going to be gold. Okay, I'll see if you guys can see that. It's him. Right there, only just picked it up too. Very thin, very reefy. Not very heavy at all, that would only be maybe 0.03. Let's see if that's the only piece. Very faint little signal. I'll check the hole again. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, fresh target. Not far from where I found the last piece of gold, and in a similar sort of fashion. Let's hear this. It's a bit unstable, but the targets do seem to be unstable around here, so I'm going to dig that. I always dig the unstable targets because sometimes they really can turn out to be good gold. Let's have a go. It sounded like a pretty strong target, so I'm gonna go pretty deep straight up. Okay, it's noisy. Okay, okay, settle down, settle down. High chance of iron now, but if that's a nugget, it'll be a nice one. Jeez, okay. Going even deeper now. This is the stuff I like.
when you start getting down to this, like, I don't know if you can see it very well, but that sort of like red clay layer, that sort of stuff. So it's just changed colour a bit. That's what I like. Let's see if there's anything there though. It's probably going to be iron, going off how loud it is, but if it is gold, it should be quite a nice little piece. Alright, we're out. Alright, let's get it in the one scoop, come on. Jeez, come on. Unreal. Sometimes you just get it and sometimes you just don't. Okay, it's going a bit crazy now. It's sort of, it's not promising, but okay, here we go. Don't you wish that was a nugget? It is just a big piece of iron of some sort. But I'll just make sure. Yep, bit of trash. But the 6000 picked it up, no worries at all. Let's get it on to the next one.
Unfortunately, this next section has no audio, but we just started to hit some pretty good gold. This nugget come up at around about 1.3 grams, and it was found at around about 12 centimeters deep.
Okay, checking the exact same hole, and hear this. Alright, we might have another little fella. Always pays to check your hole. Gee, okay. It must be around about here, I'm thinking. So just try and gently get that out and give it another whistle. Okay. Proving kind of difficult to find, but let's keep trying. Alright, we got the target. Beautiful. I think I can already see it. I think that's in. There it is. Just popped out. Right there. Beautiful. That one's got a bit more weight to him too. That's nice. Almost identical to the last one. Beautiful. That's very nice. One more for the collection. Let's see if we can find some more. Alright, we've pulled 2 pieces of gold out of this hole. I've checked it again, and this is why I was getting confused on that last target digging it out, because there's another signal. Let's get him out. This Let's try that now. Okay, that's it. Let's try and pinpoint it as best as I can, but it doesn't always happen that easily. Alright, come on, 3 out of 3. I think this will be a smaller piece if it is gold. I'll definitely be checking this hole a 4th time too. If I'd walked away, I would have missed gold. Look at this, I can, ready? Let's do a blow test. That'll be it. Flip him upside down. That's him. 3 for 3. There it is. Beautiful. All very similar size. This one's a smaller one, but still, if you look very closely, you can actually see little bits of rock inside the gold. That's the sort of rock it's being infused with up in the mountain here. Let's go get another. Alright, just literally parallel to the hill. Where was that hole? Over here somewhere, you can see that there. I've come over here, I've dug this, and let's have a listen. I've got my earphones on, so it sounds really good. I think it's gold. Let's find out. Oh yeah, that's very nice. That's a nice one. It's another specie. Damn. Actually, no, that's all gold. The whole thing. That's nice. Beautiful, nice thick piece. Be a bit of weight in that one. Hard to say. Until I clean it up, there was a bit of mud on him, but yeah, no, I'm liking that. That's real nice. That's got to be at least 3 grams. We'll weigh him up when we get back. Hey folks, back again. Seems the gold just keeps coming. I don't want to count my eggs too early, but I've gone literally 1 foot. Come on, man. I've gone about 1 foot higher up the hole, and I don't know how I missed it. That's just how it is with detecting. But I picked up a pretty nice little signal here. Let's have a listen. Alright, let's give that a dig for sure. Hopefully it's still in there, indicating it might be a bigger piece. So, let's see, eh? No, I think she's out, and it's quietened down quite a lot, so might be similar size to those smaller pieces, I think. Let's try and narrow that search down a bit. Okay. Let's have another go. I reckon maybe about here. Alright, come on, let's go. Okay. Well, it's funny like that. You think you're right on it, and it just does not want to go on the scoop. Let's have another go. Okay, must be about here, I'm thinking. Around about here. Jeez, I'm almost sliding off the hill, it's so steep. What? This is insane. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. There it is. Little chunkier little piece. Be about 0.4 gram. It's got some more depth to it. Just a lovely little piece of reef gold. So all this gold's just leaching straight out of the rocks. And the patch continues, guys. Let's have a listen. It's only small. We'll dig him nonetheless. Around about here, I'm thinking. Okay, so listen. That sounds good. So I'll have to take the wall off the hole just so the coil can get down flatter, closer to that target. Have another listen. Alright. That's sounding good. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah, another nice piece of gold. Lovely little patch. There we are. Not huge gold, but gold nonetheless. Okay, let's keep trying the spot out. It seems to be paying off really well. Hey guys, welcome back. So I've just dug this big stone out. It feels really heavy and sounds really good. Have a listen to this. I would have found that at about 20 centimeters, so I'm just gonna clean it up with you. See the gold just starting to sparkle through there? That's a good piece. There's gonna be a lot of gold in that. It feels quite nice. I reckon there might be a fair few of these in this tailings bowl, so these are the bigger ones I've been looking for. Yep, that's a very nice piece of gold. I'll weigh that up when we get home. Check it out. I might even crush them up for you. Let's see how we go. Okay guys, check this one out. If you have a look over here, you can see the old dig hole from someone a long time ago. And out of their muck that they didn't check has fallen another piece of gold, I think. Let's have a listen. And it sounds pretty damn good, so let's have a dig. Alright, let's go. That sounds big, and I'm hoping it's gold, because that should be a nice piece. Alrighty, now to get it out. Easier said than done. I love these tree roots. Sometimes you get a false signal on the 6000s with them, but I'd be hard pressed if this was a false signal. You can tell the difference usually. You just do all around the base of the tree, and if it all sounds similar, don't waste your time. But if one side sounds pretty hot and the other doesn't, then I'd suggest digging. Alright, damn. Let's give this a go. Hope you can see that okay. Let's try that, eh? That's a nice hole. If we're still getting a big sound after that, then it should be big. Okay. I might see if I can switch to a pinpointer and make this really exciting. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let's scratch him out. And there it is. How good is that? That's another really nice piece of gold. And someone left that behind. That was their hole there, and it's gone now. I reckon they probably would have just raked that straight out, but this is turning out to be a very good patch. A very good patch indeed. Let's keep going.
Okay, so all in all, the patch turned out to be pretty good. So not including the thin specie, which would probably only be, I don't know, maybe half a gram, 0.6 of a gram. We ended up with 16.31 grams. I recorded that just in time. And as you can see, the one that I crushed up here, you see it's got a lot of quartz in it, and even a little bit of that reddy browny sort of tinge. I believe these quartzy bits were also from that same stone that I crushed up.